I was shocked the other day, Prince, when I heard of this 70-year-old woman who gave birth to twins.
I was in
Did you see that
shock.
story?
Yeah, I saw the story. I was
70
like,
years
wow.
old, and she gave birth to twins, this woman. And she did undergo IVF treatment, apparently. Well, her name is Safina Namukwaya. She delivered a boy and a girl via C-section at a fertility center in Kampala, here in Uganda. Namukwaya, who is one of the oldest women to give birth, told the journalists that it was a miracle. The hospital congratulated her, saying it was more than a medical success. It's about the strength and resilience of the human spirit. In 2019, meanwhile, just for reference, a 73-year-old Indian woman gave birth to twins, also via IVF treatment. And so it looks like this is where things are headed. Medical technology is going to make it possible for older and older women to have babies.
It's not going to still be a worry or a burden to ladies out there, maybe who have tried to have babies and have failed. Such stories would inspire many that are out there desperate and worried and thinking, when will that time come? Because even in the story of that lady, I had this would be the third child since she has got twins. That in 2020 she gave birth.
Oh, really?
And that was close to 69, I guess. She was 69 by that time. So
wow,
you could see how there's hope going forward for ladies out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, obviously it depends on the person's medical situation. Maybe sometimes some people are incapable for medical reasons of conceiving a child. But a lot of times it's because some ladies don't prioritize childbirth, choosing instead to focus on maybe career or education during their most fertile years. So,
when they get to...
when they reach 40, it's like, hey,
menopause and what?
I have all this money, I have a powerful job, but I have no man and I have no kids.
Exactly.
So let me conceive. And then she tries for years and years and years, has tons and tons and tons and tons of sex without a condom, and still she can't conceive.
And nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
And what you're saying there is true. It's very true. Ladies right now in this generation, very young ladies, they are so much about career growth and personal growth, and they're not interested in having a kid. So I guess when they are seeing such stories, they're now even getting more comfortable. They're getting into a comfortable space with all this medical technology that is coming through.
Not so fast. This stuff isn't cheap. IVF isn't cheap.
Yeah, it must not be cheap.
IVF, a single round of IVF can be, thousands of dollars. And sometimes you have to do multiple rounds to get a baby. So I don't know Miss Namukwaya's financial situation, but she must be a loaded chick.
She must be a loaded chick, honestly. But the picture doesn't give me that.
The vibes.
Doesn't give me the vibes.
70 years old.
But anyways.
Not all 70-year-olds look like Cher or Tina Turner or who else is 70 and hot? Susan Sarandon. Oh my gosh.
There's so many ladies out there. Those have the money. They have the money and they can do anything to make sure that they sustain that beauty of theirs with the plastic.
Yeah. But to have babies at 70, I mean...
How old is the Speaker of Parliament? She's in her 50s?
I think she could be about 50.
50,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 50, 40 something. And she also gave birth. Was it just a month back?
Well, yeah. And look, who am I to judge? I had my first child at 47.
Yeah.
But
to the ladies' side,
so for ladies, typically, if you want to conceive naturally, you have to be younger.
You have to be young.
Ideally, below 30 years. Apparently, women are born with their eggs at birth, and they diminish with time.
With time.
So
the older they get,
So by the time you hit 30, the rate at which your eggs get depleted, it's so rapid.
It's rapid.
So that by 40, you barely have anything left.
Indeed.
And sometimes it's a stroke of luck at that point to even conceive, which is why you might require these medical interventions. So please don't take your fertility for granted. No, I'm not saying rush and get pregnant if you're not ready to do that. But perhaps in your dating choices...
Don't play it so much.
Perhaps in your dating choices, if you are in that fertile age bracket and you do find yourself dating guys that you think might be suitable partners, then
go for it.
Then maybe go for it.
Go for it.
Maybe go for it. And if it doesn't work out with him, hey, you won't be the first single mother in this world. Now, Not that I wish that upon you, and who knows, it might not happen that way. You two might end up happy together forever. But the earlier you have your child, the better is what we're saying.
The earlier, the better.
So to Safina Namukwaya, the 70-year-old woman who gave birth to twins, I say best of luck to her. And to the twins, I mean, she is of an advanced age. And at 70, I guess she's not going to have that many years to spend with these kids.
70? And then you also look at it at her age and raising these twins. At the age she is, I feel it's going to be also a toll on her. It's going to be a hard one.
I ask myself that same question. By the time my girl is like a teenager, gosh, won't I be about? How old would I be? I'd be like 60 something.
You'll be 60 something. That.
Will I still be able to walk? Well, I'll try and keep fit so that I can run and play with my daughter.
You're 50 and still looking young, though. So you never know.
Well, I'll keep trying.
You'll sustain that till 60s.
Well, let us hope so, man. Let us hope so.